Hi, my name is Sarah. My husband and I have been working through recovery for the last 2 years. I met my husband in 2012, and after the first year of being together, I started seeing signs of addiction. It was a very lonely, empty feeling. Didn't really feel like I could talk to anybody or confide in anybody what we were going through. I felt like I was so confused as to why all of these things were happening to me and to us and to my family, and just felt completely alone. It had reached its breaking point where I decided it was time to end the relationship if this is the road that we were going to continue to go down, the path of up and down and good and bad. And so that moment was the changing moment for us, where my husband decided that he wanted to get help. I think it was the first time that he had decided he wanted to get help for him. And about 2 years ago, he made that decision, and we've been working through recovery ever since. While I was going through this road with Ryan, this path of addiction, I often felt like a victim. I felt like I didn't understand why he was putting me through this, why God was allowing this to happen, why any of it was happening to me. I felt pity, self-pity, and loneliness, and I kind of felt trapped, and I wasn't sure how to get out. So I decided to join the Celebrate Recovery team, and I made that decision because my husband wanted to help others who were also struggling with addiction. He knew what a difficult battle it was, and he wanted to give back. And I wanted to be supportive of him and be a part of that process, but I also wanted to be there for family and wives and children and other people who are going through the same thing, who feel alone and feel like they can't talk to anybody or share with anybody or confide in anybody, because I knew what that felt like and I knew how lonely it was. And it wasn't long after I started the process that I realized I had a lot of things of my own that I needed to work through. 2 years into the recovery process, I was still struggling a lot with a lot of things, and realized that my anxiety and my codependency, which I didn't even realize I had, was really contributing to the situation and things that we were going through. And it wasn't until I started to realize that, and realize that I was trying to control so much myself instead of giving it to God and trusting in God to do it for me, that I finally realized I just needed to let go and stop controlling, and make this decision for me. And then it was no longer about what Ryan was doing and how Ryan was in his recovery, but focusing on myself and my life a little bit more. And I want to be that person for other people to realize that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and if you do hand it over to God, you can get through it. And you have to stop trying to control everything yourself, and just believe and trust and know that you're always going to make mistakes, and you have to be honest with yourself.